Hello, Andre Felipe. How are
Hello.
you? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, that's good. Are you at your home?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to share my screen. Show you my screen, okay?
Okay.
Let me check something here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me know when you can see my screen.
Let's see.
Okay, so you can see just right now different images. Um, I would like to know what do you think about the first image post on the left side of this slide?
Well, that is an advertisement.
Mhm. Is
Uh,
associated
with job.
with with job. Mhm,
They are looking for people.
mhm. Yeah. Okay. What do you think means the expression associated with the image post, the first image post on the right side of this slide?
Your
Your, yeah. Do you know? Or do you hear me?
your height
Mhm. Uh, what do you think is the meaning?
that you get the job.
Yeah. Mhm. It means the person just right now has a new job.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Mhm. Okay. What do you think is is happening with the picture post below of the uh, first picture post on the right side? What do
Mm,
you see or in this
someone
picture?
like signing,
Mhm,
signing a file.
mhm. Okay. What do you think is the picture? Oh, the picture, yeah. Post below in the corner, um, on the left side. What do you see? What What do you
Mm,
see?
maybe that people is according something,
Mhm.
and that's the reason why are giving the hand.
Yeah. Do you think this picture maybe is dealing with something like interview?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Um, about the image, sorry, post on the center of this slide. When you can see uh, this expression, what do you think? This expression, what is the first thing that comes into your mind when you can see this? image and this message.
That any company or any factory or I don't know,
Mhm.
people are looking for another people who want to work. So they say that he want to because they want to make questions and see your skills and know what you can do for them.
Yeah. This picture uh, maybe recommend for a person that wants to get a new job, or what do you think?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if you know about something or someone who is looking for a job,
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
you're welcome.
What do you think is the topic for today? Dealing with this slide, this image.
Maybe it's about job or
Mhm.
contract, something like that.
Okay. Uh, on this slide, the picture needs to organize in what is the first picture, what is the second picture, and the third picture, the fourth picture, and the fifth picture. You need to organize the right order. What do you think is the first step in order to get the job?
The middle image, the middle in the image in the middle, sorry,
Mhm.
because it's when someone find out that that people is looking for someone. So that the first step is look that they want someone to work.
For example, using internet or
Yeah,
so
right.
phone website.
Street. Yeah,
Okay, is the first step.
yeah.
Okay. What is the second step?
Maybe the second one is the first one on the top in the right left side. When you look the information and you notice where you have to go for get that job, and when you arrive there, you look that advice that says, "Come in, we're hearing."
Yeah. Okay. What is the third step?
Well, I don't know. Maybe is it could be, I don't know. It could be on the bottom. It could be the left in the left
Mhm.
side that image because maybe you are waving, you're saying hi
Mhm.
to the person that is going to interview you,
Mhm.
or that is when you're saying goodbye. So the third image, it could be uh, the right bottom image because you are saying,
Mhm. Yeah, this is the fourth image, the fourth step. Mhm.
yeah,
The first, the second, um, the third. The third is the interview, right?
that what
Uh, the tier is the interview daily with the image post on the corner and on the left side, the second picture.
okay.
What is the fourth picture?
So the four is
Mhm,
the in the corner right
mhm,
below at the
yeah.
bottom.
Mhm.
That
And the
sign
last one, yeah, and the last
is
one picture.
is in the corner right top because
Mhm.
they say you that you get the job, that you're hired.
Mhm. Okay, that's good. Thank you. This is the main objective for this speaking session. The first one is to describe images associated with job, to teach elements of employment and job interview expressions, to identify 5 tips for picking out of an accepted job offer, and to talk about your job, right? And in this slide, you can see 6 elements of employment. Yeah. And what do you think is the first one is associated with um employment or no?
What the first one?
Mhm.
Yeah, of course. Duties and responsibilities is about what you have to do, and if you are talking about job, is that thing that you have to do in your work.
Mhm. The second is job applicant. Yeah, job applicant. What it means, or what is your opinion about this element? This element is associated with what kind of activity of employment? What does mean job applicant? In what case is used this element?
Job applicant is that person that is looking for the work. For example, if I am a job applicant, it's because I want to get that job.
Yeah.
I am applying for that job.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. The applicant. Mhm. And the third one is bonus. Uh, what do you think is bonus in employment?
I think we use that word in Spanish maybe,
Mhm.
and that's like an extra money that someone gives you for your work. Extra money.
Mhm. Okay. What do you think is the fourth element is associated with what things? What thing?
Uh, I'm not sure, but maybe a resume is like a file where you write or you have that information that says what you are or what you have studied or what you can do.
Mhm. This file is using when someone wants to get a new job, and this file is um, sent by the person to the company that in which he or his wants to work. Or what do you think?
Yeah, well, if I look it up that word, if I look up that word in the translator, it means curriculum,
Mhm.
and a curriculum is like a hoja de vida, I think.
Yeah, you
So
you explained before the right is when you is the
like,
file. Mhm.
yeah, it's like a file with your information.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. in order to get a new job.
Yeah.
Okay. The number 5 is job requirements. Requirements. What do you think is job requirements? These elements is associated with the before element. What do you
Yeah.
think the person needs to keep in mind or needs keep in mind in this element, your requirements?
Job, job requirement is like, it's exactly that. The requirement that you have to have for if you want to get that job. For example, they say a requirement is that you have to be an engineer. So if you want that job, you have to know that it's only for engineers, and you can participate if you are an engineer. If you are not, you can't.
Let me check something. I make mistake here. Here is yeah. Also, it's from here. Well, now you can see I changed something in this slide. The sixth element is fired. What do you think is fired? In which situation this element occur?
Yes, maybe because your boss wants to, maybe because you have done something bad, but fire is when they say you or someone says you that you have that job no more, that you
Yeah.
work more.
Yes, is when a person lost the job. And she or he needs to get a new job. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, that's good. The seventh element. What do you think?
Mm, a
Is
promotion, maybe it's an job offer, or I don't know. You can
yeah,
explain better.
okay. Promotion is when a person has been working in an area. Yeah, for example, in in the supermarket. Yeah, an example. The person has been working in an area different. However, the boss think according to the competence associated with the person are great. The boss think, oh, this uh, worker need to change the position on this company. Yeah, if he or she is a working or is a worker in which the functions are associated with package the foods, and the boss say, thanks to this skill, his skills or her skills, I think the person has the competence in order to change the area or the position of the company. For that reason, he or she can be in the work or the register. It is when the person change of the position in the company, depending of the skills, yeah, of the competence that has been checked by the box. For example, the cashier. If the person, the first position of the person in the company was a person that packs the food, organize the different dependents of the supermarket, and then the person is chain of the position, is chain of the job in this supermarket, but in different area. For example, the cashier, the new area is cashier. Do you understand me?
Well, if I understood, is when you get a better
Mhm.
uh, function or a better job
Mhm.
in the same place.
In the same company, yeah, in the same company, yeah.
That's a promotion.
Mhm. This is
Oh,
promotion. And now you can see here different expressions associated with your interview, right? A, B, C, and D. The first one is I have experience using, or I had experience in making, right? And the second one is need tailings to solve problems or solve problems. And now, how to deal with customer, right? You can see as well the images, different images associated with some expressions. Pause in the left side of this slide, right? And you need, right? You need to associate the right picture with the right interview expression. Yeah. Only three interview expressions are associated with these images. Since there are three images, and you need to choose only three options, the four options that are posted on the left side, right? However, I would like to know if you understand the meaning daily with these expressions before starting this
yeah,
activity.
yeah, I understand.
Okay.
But I don't know if you told me before, but there are four
Mhm.
statements and only three images. So
You need to choose which expression is associated with which image post on the right side. Yeah, you need
so
to you need to associate it. For example, if I ask you uh, the first image, image pose on the right side, this image is associated with which expression of the left side, pose on the left side. You need to see, first you need to see each image, and then you need to associate it. Which image is associated with which interview expression. Do you understand me now? You need to associate each image with trick expression. Yeah.
With
What is
three?
the right? Yeah, is only expression for picture. Yeah. Only expression for picture. Sorry. It means you need to associate one picture, the first picture, with which expression pose on the right side. The second picture with which.
So, A. Well, I think I have experience using slash manging. Maybe is the first image.
Okay.
Mid deadlines. B is the second image. Mid deadlines is when you do the things you have to do in the correct time. And I think the last image is with the last expression, knows how to deal with customer. Or maybe that's the first one. I don't know.
Okay. The first picture is associated with the last one, with the D. Yeah. It means he knows how to deal with customer. Yeah. You can see two customer. They are women, two women. And the last picture, the third picture, is associated with solve problems. You can see carefully the picture, and the woman is thinking about something, and the man is thinking about something. Yeah, you can see unassociated this image with possible ideas, right? In order to solve problems. The problems or ideas needs to get the answer, yeah, in order to the problem that maybe they have, right? For that reason, is use the puzzle in in the cloud. You can see.
Yeah. She has one piece and he has three pieces, and he is going to solve one problem of hers.
Yeah. Okay. And just right now, you can see 5 tips that you or someone keep in mind, which should keep in mind when the person is for backing out of an accept job offer, right? It means when you need to say it to your boss. I think that I cannot work more in this company. Yeah. However, it's important that the person or someone uh, keep in mind these 5 tips, right? The first tip is be sure. And what is the second step? The second tip, Andres Felipe.
The second one is know your rights. Consult a lawyer if you have already signed a contract.
Okay. And the third one? The third one is don't delete. This means have the
Don't delay.
conversation. The third one.
Yeah, don't
What,
delay.
mhm.
Have
What
the
does
conversation as soon as you have decided.
yeah. The fourth. What is
The fourth one is have a logical reason. A clear explanation can save your reputation.
the yeah. And the last one?
Be respectful. Call the hiring manager to explain. Never text or use social media.
Yeah. What do you think is important to keep in mind these 5 tips? You
Yeah, of course.
okay. Now you can see here different uh, images, but just right now I'm going to mention the elements, yeah, and you need to tell me which image is associated with my elements that I mentioned. Okay? Okay, Andres Felipe?
Yes, yes, of course.
The first elements is duties and responsibilities. What is the image associated with these elements? Duties and
I
responsibilities.
is the first one
Mhm,
that that man is really busy. They has to do many things.
mhm. What kind or what kinds of things the man needs to do? According to
And maybe is to talk on the phone or sign files or um, tidy up things or
Mhm,
develop another things.
mhm. Or read what types of paper.
Tell me.
Uh, what do you think about the picture of the man? He needs to answer a lot of call, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, he needs to check different um, files, right? And the same time, he needs to read which with something. Read a what kinds of paper?
Contract or file.
You can see something elements on the picture of man, and the elements has two colors, red color and blue color. What do you think is his element? What is the is element? What is the element of the red and blue color?
In the image and in the middle is skill and personality.
No, my question is about the man. You can see the man is there is a telephone, right?
Yeah.
And below the telephone there is a other element. What do you think is this element?
A letter, a
Yeah.
box,
Yeah.
and
Is
box.
yeah, it's a letter. So what do you think? The man needs to read a letter, right? As well.
Yeah. Yeah, he has.
Okay. Uh, the second elements that I'm going to mention is promotion. What do you think is the image associated with promotion?
The image in the corner
Mm-hmm.
and the in the left.
Mm-hmm.
There is a woman and she's like ascending
Mm-hmm.
and she's up and up.
Yeah. Okay. And the tier one element is job applicant. Job applicant. What is the image?
For what?
A job applicant. Applicant. Job applicant is the element. Which one or which picture is associated with job applicant? Do you hear me, Luis Felipe? Luis Felipe, do you hear me?
Hi, teacher.
Hi, do you hear me? I'm not
Yes.
sure. Okay, I asked you that according to this, or taking into account to this statement I'm gonna to mention, job job applicant. What is the image associated with job applicant?
Is the image like a yellow square, maybe? Or the man who is presenting his curriculum?
Which image? Do you mention me? Is the image that associated with a man? Could you describe the picture that you think is the picture associated with job applicant? Andres Felipe, do you hear me?
I told you, the man who is presenting his curriculum. No?
No, you mentioned me before is associated with the man, but I would like to know which man. The man of the clothes, of the black clothes, of the man.
Not the man in the corner, the man in the middle.
Okay, the man of the middle of the
Well,
man.
if I tell you that is the man who is presenting his curriculum, what image can you think it is? It's obviously that man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that man. Could you describe this picture associated with the man?
He has in his hand a
Mm-hmm.
curriculum, and he is wearing formal clothes, and he looks like happy and confident about himself.
Okay, yeah, right. What do you think is job requirements? Was which image is
Mm,
associated with job?
the the yellow square. That is like a file, and it says maybe that job requirements.
The image? Which image you say me?
Do you know what is a square?
Yeah. However, what do you see in this image?
The image
Mm-hmm.
is in the right side below the image. The woman is in her promotion. Below that, there
Mm-hmm.
is a list, or I don't know what is that.
Okay. You answer me that your requirements is the picture post below of the image associated with promotion.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. However, if then I ask you which image is associated with resort, what do you answer? The same?
With what?
When I mention you curriculum, what
Yeah,
did you
it
tell
could
me?
it could be the same image, because I don't know what it says. What is right? I don't know what it says. So it
Okay.
could be a curriculum. It could be a
Well,
job requirement.
your requirements is associated with the picture post on the center. This slide, right? It means the motivation, experience, skills, um, education, personality. These items is associated with your requirements. It means the job requirements these things, right? I know that these items um, should keep in mind by the person when he or she is doing his or her curriculum, right? However, this image of the post on the centers is associated with your requirements, right? And the picture post below of the woman, on the three women, or the image or position, is curriculum, right? Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Curriculum or resume is the same, right? What do you think about the picture is associated with bonus?
The image with a man who is counting money.
Mhm. Okay. What do you think he is expressing with his face?
He's very happy for sure.
Okay. Mhm. Well, now you can see here an example of dialogue, right? And it's important that you first you need to know what is your role. Your role is the B,
Yeah.
and my role is the A, right?
Okay.
You need to first read in your mind uh, your roles 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 um, states or options in which you need to talk, yeah, the times. And you need to read first how would you like to pronounce each role by yourself, right? In this exercise, it's important to read first in your mind, and then when you have finished you read in your mind, uh, let me know in order to talk and allow wait, right? Let's begin. I'm going to read on my mind as well. Have you finished your read?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to start the conversation, right? It's a dialogue between you and I. um, Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity to interview for this position.
Hello, have a seat. I'm Bill Gotcha. I'm assuming you found your way here with no trouble.
Actually, I'm very familiar with the area, so there was absolutely no problem.
I'm curious as to why you want to leave your current employer.
I'm interested in switching fields.
Do you feel that you are exceptionally good at anything in particular?
I'm good at putting together teams of people to complete tasks.
What are you not good at?
I'm impatient with myself at times and hard on myself.
We appreciate hearing that about you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
uh, I would like to, after finish this dialogue, I would like to ask you some questions. Is something like about your job or about your opinions dealing with
Yeah.
the situation. And I'm going to stop the share my screen. Is something like an interview, an example, something like that. Well, however, it's a conversation about your job, your employment. Yeah. And the first question is, um, where do you work and what is your current position?
So you want to I answer right now?
Sorry, could you repeat me again? I couldn't hear you very well.
So I just I have to answer that questions
Yeah, the first question,
for you. Yeah?
yeah.
No, after you ask.
The first question is means after after finish the dialogue before, um, now in this exercise I'm going to ask you some questions about your job or associated with the job or employment. But in this case, it's about your job, right? It's something like an interview. And good afternoon, Andres Felipe. I have been check your curriculum in order to know what is your skills, your abilities, your competence for this job, right? In this interview, I'm going to ask you some questions that I would like to know about you, right? And the first question is, where do you work and what is your current position?
Well, I work in a supermarket and my current position is as a cashier.
Mhm. Okay. How long do you plan to continue working where you are?
Maybe 2 years.
Okay. How many days a week do you normally have to work?
Uh, I work 7 days a week.
Okay. Do you have to work overtime?
I work just the mid-time.
Okay. It's in part-time.
Yeah,
Okay.
half-time.
Okay. Do you like your job?
Yes, I like.
Why?
Because well, sometimes it's hard, but the mostly of the time is quite relaxing. I just have to sit and wait to someone comes to me and receive money and give money, and it's kind of easy.
Okay. Uh, what would the other question is, what would be your dream job? What
Well,
would be your dream job?
I wish work. I wish to work as a teacher
Mm,
or maybe as an illustrator.
okay. Why would you like to?
Well, so a teacher because I'm studying
Mhm.
English and I love to. And an illustrator because I love animation, I love drawing, I love colors and images and all stuff.
Okay. When you were a child, what job did you want to have when you were older?
Well, I think I always want to be a teacher, maybe. Or maybe I used to say that I would like to be mm, maybe a doctor, a scientist, or things like that. Things that children say.
Mhm. Okay. Had you ever been fired from a job?
Hired?
Yeah, fired. Mhm.
No, I have never.
Okay. Okay. How do you feel about your boss?
She's kind and she is uh, good with me, and I like.
Okay. How do you think she feels about you?
Mm, she feels confident about me.
Okay. Uh, Other question is, had you ever, I'm not sure, had you ever filed a job interview?
No.
Okay.
What's the question?
Is have you ever filed a job
Fail?
interview?
Like,
Mhm, mhm.
like if I uh, did it bad or wrong?
Yeah, wrong. Is if you
No, because I have never been in an interview, so I have never failed in one.
okay, it means when you get your job, you don't need to answer an interview, right?
No, because as I told you, it's not familiar business. So
Okay,
I am here
okay,
since
I think
I
there's- okay, okay. Where do you see yourself being in 5 years?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, where do you see yourself being in 5 years?
Solving, what's that?
If Where do you see yourself being in 5 years in the future? How do you see
So,
yourself being?
myself.
Yeah, maybe a job
Oh, yeah.
in the
In five
future.
years,
Mhm,
I hope that I'll be working as a teacher
mhm.
and maybe I'm living in another house or in another town, maybe.
Mhm. Okay. Let me check here. Okay. Just right now, I'm going to share you. Let me share here. It's an interesting video, right? It's an interesting video about an interview. It's an example. In this video, you can see different situations and different advice that the teacher mentioned here. I think it's interesting to know this expression as well, right? Dealing with this video. And just right now, I'm going to share you my screen, right? In order to watch the video. And at the same time, listen. Let me know if you can listen the video and watch. And watching. Right? Could you see my screen?
Yes, play the video, please.
Okay.
Hi, how are you? I'm Jordan.
Hi, Jordan. I'm Daniel.
Daniel, it's nice to meet you. Come on in. Take a seat. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Daniel, I'd like to thank you for your interest in our company. We're a great business to work for. I'm sure you're aware of that. But how'd you hear about us?
I saw your ad in the newspapers. A friend of mine told me that you had an opening, and he actually works here.
Where are you from?
I was born in Mexico, but I lived in the U.S. for about 27 years.
You're from Mexico. So you speak English and Spanish. Wow. We could really use that. Well, tell me, Daniel, have you ever done this kind of work before?
Muchas veces cuando vaya a hacer una entrevista le van a preguntar si usted tiene experiencia haciendo ese trabajo. Si usted tiene experiencia, este es el momento de decirlo. Así que dígale todo lo que usted pueda, porque si no se lo dice usted,